Sorry for inconvenience caused the above video. So now we are continuing here. Up to now we discussed trade. What is the trade bloc? Trade bloc means some countries come together and form a trade bloc. WTO called as regional trade agreement, and we can say it is an integration because of the free flow of goods and services. There is no restrictions for these member countries, but there are restrictions for non-member countries. Now we continuing our lecture. Next our topic is what are the features of trade bloc. So first is voluntarily in character. Voluntarily means with voluntarily, without any push. With voluntarily some countries come forward and form a trade bloc. What is, for which reason? It is a free flow of goods and services. It is a voluntary association of countries with the sole intention of development of trade. With the main intention is for the development of trade. Trade means exchanging of goods and services without any restriction. Some countries, those who are geographically close to each other and those who have the same policies, these type of countries come together and form a trade bloc for the free flow of the goods. Next is mutual negotiations. The agreements are mutual between the member countries. Those 5 countries are mutually to form an association. These countries have some negotiations. Negotiations means like they discuss, we have to transfer how much, there is a limit up to the transformation of goods and services also. So they discuss the rules, policies, which policies we have to follow, and what is the amount, like interest rates, all these things they have to be discussed. You can say they are negotiations, means they are discussing each other, means they are preparing their policies. Regional in character, they are usually an association of countries of the neighboring regions, means they are association. Already we know that SAARC, there is a SAARC means South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. Those are south countries, they form in the name of SAARC for the free flow of goods and services. They follow some policies prepared by their own, they follow their own policies, and these member countries, the restrictions is very limited for the development of our economy. So in this they are regional in character, means they are different countries but they treated as in one region, they treated as in the same region, they followed the principles those who are written by them own. Next, division based political considerations, means most of these integrations are based on the respective political consideration, means every country have their own political considerations, means we have to give some consideration to the political parties also. So most of these integrations are based on the, most of these integrations are formed on the based on political considerations. For political considerations they formed as a common market. Next, existence based on usefulness. This trade bloc exists as long as useful for the member countries. How many days it will become members, means there is an uncertain how much days they are benefited for forming as an union or forming as a common members. That much of days they are in the members of the country, there is no benefits, so every country has withdraw as his own. So there is we can say uncertainty how many days they have to enjoy their own benefits. Up to now they form a member countries only. Let's see here. Existence based on usefulness means these trade blocs exist as long as it's useful for the member countries. How many days the member countries are enjoying their benefits? Up to now they are like it's an agreement. So these are the features of the trade blocs. What are the features? Voluntarily in character means every country voluntarily come together and form a trade bloc because of eliminating the restrictions and allowing free flow of goods and services. So for the development of the economy, those who are regionally, geographically connected with each other, and also policies also similar to each other, for these countries come together and form this trade bloc for the benefit of the trade. Next, mutual negotiations. All these countries come together and form their own policies and principles, means how much goods we have to be exported and how much goods we have to be imported, what are the rate, what are the export rate and what are the imported. Everything has some restrictions. There are some restrictions, not very flow, but the restrictions are framed by their own countries. We can say there is a mutual negotiation. And regional in character means all these countries have treated as the same region, so for that only they have to come together and they have to develop our own trade. Example, SAARC means South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. It is also one of the trade bloc. I am just giving an example. SAC also formed for the benefit of the economy. They have less restrictions which the inflow and outflow of the goods. Next, divisional based on political consideration. Based on political considerations only, they formed as a trade blocks. And next, existence based on usefulness, means these trade block exist, means how many days it exists, means as long as possible for the advantage of these member countries. These member countries are benefiting for the formation of the trade block for that much of days. There is no uncertainty. Existence means there is no uncertainty how many days they are enjoying for the benefit for forming a trade block. As long as possible they are enjoying their own benefits. These are the features of the trade block. Up to now we discussed what is the trade block. WTO we called as regional trade agreement, and we called as integration, and what are the features of trade block. Up to now we discussed. And our next topic is what are the objectives of trade block. Let's see here. To obtain economic benefits, achieving more efficient production structure. What are the main objective of forming trade block is to obtain economic benefits. Economic benefit means money, inflow of money. For the inflow of money, achieving more efficient production structure. While we are exporting the goods, we have to concentrate of all natural resources, and we have to concentrate our quality of the product. So we have to develop our structure also. So for that reason, every country have to take initiative for forming a trade block. And next, to pursue non-economic objectives such as strengthening political ties and managing migration flows. Like it is a first we discussed on economic objectives. Non-economic objectives such as strengthening our political, means for example, India became a member country, like forming any of a trade block, then India became a member country. So India will treat like that we are the strong person, we will be the strong person. For that we have to strengthen our economic policies. So it is a non-economic objective. For strengthening our policies also, we have to become a trade block. Next, to ensure increased security of market access for the smaller countries by forming regional trading blocks with larger countries, means for providing security for the smaller countries, those who have the smaller countries for exporting of the goods, the trade blocks provide security while transferring the goods from one country to another country. So for that reason also, every country have to take initiative to form a trade block. Next, to promote regional infant industries. While our small countries have to promote regional infant industries. Like every small countries have some small industries. For the promotion of these small industries, we have to come forward and take a part in trade block. For this also we can develop our industries, because while importing the goods, we have to produce more goods. So imports and exports were increased. So our economy also increased. This is also one of the reason for forming a trade block. Next, to impose barriers on non-member countries. While India is, suppose example, India is one of the member country of trade block. So there are 5 or 6 member countries. So from non-member countries we have to create some barriers. So for that reason also some countries come forward and take initiative for forming a trade block. These member countries are enjoying for the barriers, for the less restrictions, but the other countries have a lot of restrictions while transferring of goods from one country to another country. This is also one of the reasons from forming a trade block. To promote transfer of labor, capital and other factors, we have to promote, like in one country is a very labor sufficient country and one country is a capital sufficient country. For the transfer of labor from one country to another country is also trade block is very useful. Suppose India and USA are becoming a trade block. India is very sufficient in labor, but India is less sufficient in capital. USA is sufficient in capital, but they are less sufficient in labor. So for exchanging of goods and services also the trade block is very useful. To create common currency and central bank. For becoming a trade block, there is a common currency. Already we know that there is a European currency, means it is a common currency for our European countries. So while becoming a trade block, there is a common currency for exchanging of goods and services. And also there is a central bank for the 5 countries. So it is also one of the benefit. While exchanging our money into foreign currency, there may be a decrease our rupee value, but by common currency we don't able to face that kind of problem. So it is also one of the reason. Next, To have collective bargaining means each every country has a right for collective bargaining for exports of the goods. For forming a trade bloc, there are 5 countries, example we are saying. For these 5 countries, every country has a right to bargaining. So every in small country, developed country or developing country, every country has a right for the bargaining of exports and imports. To enhance the welfare of the consumer, based on the welfare of the consumers, all consumers have different choices for these goods, because there are lot of choices, lot of substitutes for each and every good. So for this also the consumer has benefited, because of his income they can choose their own product. These are all the objectives of the trade blocks. Up to now we discuss what is the trade block, what are the features of trade blocks, and what are the objectives of trade block. I hope you understand this lecture. If you have any doubt, let me know.